So it is.
So it is.
This is now.
Laugh and smile, Joe. Boy, we gotta take that little bitty something somewhere else. Hold up. All right, we too powerful for the bullshit. We back in our powers, family. The rise of the gods and goddesses. Yeah, how y'all feeling? The power we hold. Clear the energy up. Feel better, huh? Let's take a breather. Breathe. Beautiful. Oh, that was beautiful. That was powerful, family. Give me a hug. What y'all doing out there? I love you, divine. How you feeling? You feel that bullshit getting lifted off you? You're feeling good now, are you? It's just all about working into yourself, tapping into them powers, tapping into the frequency. See, they don't know it's about frequency. Yeah. See, you are the controller of this shift. Anything you say, go, God, goddess. You control this shift. Yeah, we was promised that. It's written in the stars. It was already written in the stars for you. And they know it. We control this shift. Ashe. They were watching on this motherfucker like, damn. This damn RaHorakhty. Damn, he's showing them the way out. Damn. You here to show them the way out. Damn, they broke this spell that I sent the other day. Oh no. All right, man. Yeah, they got up out there quick to the world. They come in to watch for a minute. They be like, oh, they feel that power and run. 3, 2, 4. When I say this, look, 3, 2, 4 on the clock right now to let you know you're going up. That spell's been broken off you. Any spells that was sent to you behind closed doors. I don't give a damn if it was voodoo, hoodoo, hexes, curses, spells, anything they tried to send to you behind closed doors in the unknowing, thinking it wasn't unknowing, when your spirits was right over their neck, breathing on them like, hey, you got us fucked up. Dead on your ass we go. Hold up. You don't know what's protecting me. What? I get that shit up out of here. You don't know what's around me protecting me. What? They don't know what's protecting you, divine. They don't know what's protecting you, divine. They gonna know today, though. They gonna learn today. They gonna learn today, divine. They gonna learn today, divine. Huh? You didn't come here to play no games with these beings. Well, you don't know what's protecting me. Well, you don't know what's protecting. Boy, you about going on. You don't know what's protecting these chosens. Evidently, you don't. Hold up. Your brain too small. You didn't go through this ascension levels. You didn't go choose self. You went with the norms, looking outside yourself for everything. So leave them there, divine. Leave them there. Let them be. Let them go outside themselves. Go to these books and different things like that, not knowing that they are the book. not knowing that they are the key to this whole reality. Hold up. You feel me? Y'all feeling good now? I'm gonna pop it for you, Divine. I gotta give you something though.
You are the cosmic portal of life. So divine. Created from primordial waters, here before the sun. Yes, you are.
Hey, lift your head, sis. Anything you've been through is less than a fragment of who you truly are. Come on. Before the stars grew light,
you were dancing in the dark. Before the earth had breath, you were the beat of her heart. Warm of the cosmos, keeper of flame.
Keeper of flame, baby.
You walk like thunder, whisper your name.
You are divine, baby. You are divine. Hold up. Let me remind you who created you.
The breath of all
Existence runs through you.
No mirror can
Hold your whole truth.
You're the God and the root that blooms too.
You control this ship. You control this ship. Let's go. It's all about you, your love story. Let's go. Oh, yes, you are sacred flame. You came from stars.
You are divine.
Remember who you are.
They forgot.
But you've been fired from the start. Oh. Woo! Woo!
Your tears baptized before you rise from your joy revolution. I just
Come on.
living in
In real time, you speak and timelines realign.
Sis, let me tell you something.
Hold
I
up.
told you right.
Timeline realign. When you speak,
You ain't crazy.
let's go.
You're
not in this shit, you're encoded.
You don't need fixing, you're the original blueprint.
You the original blueprint, baby. Walk like it. Turn them up, turn them up.
You are divine.
Oh, yes, you are. Sacred flame, you came from stars.
You are divine.
Remember who you are. They forgot, but you've been fired from the start. Ooh, I feel it. Come on. I didn't know I needed either. Shanghai,
you are divine.
Come and feel this energy. I'm gonna charge up, Joe. Oh, that was powerful. That's how you start a show, y'all. Real. You are divine. Sacred flame, you came from stars. Remember who you are. They forgot, but you've been fired from the start. Oh. Yeah, that part. Yeah. You are divine. Yeah. Sacred flame, you came from stars. Remember who you are. They forgot, But you've been fired from the start. Period. And we was here before the sun had light. We was here before the stars started shining. Hold up. We was dancing in the dark. Period. Here with the dragons. We are the dragons. Come on, man. Let's go. We are everything, and everything is us, divine. Don't let them lie to you. Go within. All the answers lie within you. Remember it. Remembering who you truly are. The soul gonna remind you because the soul has a story to tell. Ashe. Sacred flame, you came from stars. That's right, Light Warrior. My dragon brother right there. It's my dragon family. Remember who you are. We had our own dragons, y'all. If you knew that. Yeah, you got your own dragon out here. You didn't know? I'm pretty sure you knew. If not, you go within, you know. Hey, you know, you go within. Yeah, we got our own dragons, all type of things going on. Yeah, that part. Huh? For real. It's deep. Remember who you are. Chosen one, this one right here is called You're About to Go Viral. So you ready? Who want to hear about you going viral? Chosen one. Chosen one. You're about to go viral. Keep doing what you're doing. We all are going viral, period. Going viral right now. You already going viral right now. You just ain't got a lot of likes and loves. It's all right. They watching you though. That's why your views be more than your likes and loves. We ain't worried about. We ain't here for likes and loves. We not here for that. We here to put this message out. You know, tap in with self. This is for a self mission for the planet, for raising the vibration of the planet, tapping into that love frequency, raising the frequency, the vibration of this planet, family. That's what we're here to do. We're not here for likes and loves. We're here to put the love out. Period. Period. Not here for that. That's why your views be higher than everything because they watching you, divine. You going viral. You done went viral. You going viral even more. And you gonna notice that everything is going 333 when I say this on the clock. 333. Everything gonna change over to where you're gonna notice you get more loves and likes and all that later because they starting to get it within their soul. You waking up their soul, divine. You waking up their soul. You waking them up. You putting that up in them. You know, they're gonna get it later. They on their beginning of they get it later. You're gonna notice the world gonna follow. You are the new leader of the new earth. So most it is, we are the new leaders of the new earth. So most it is, we are the new leaders of the new earth. So most it is, we rise. Yeah. You say battery is at 33. Ooh, that's powerful. Rising, that's powerful, boy. Look at these threes coming in. Look at these threes coming in. Deep. Deep. Let's go.
Chosen one, the barriers silencing your voice are being dismantled as strategic downloads flood your consciousness. A massive public platform is approaching that will amplify your truth to millions. What you're about to go viral for this specific thing, and all hell is about to break loose because an influential decision maker has chosen you over those who spent years scheming for this moment. Now you need to understand the nature and psychology of your rival. This person has completely convinced themselves that this blessing rightfully belongs to them by some imagined birthright. This person has been actively networking behind the scenes for quite some time. This person has possibly been offering bribes to gain advantage. This person has definitely been manipulating situations and people to their benefit. This person genuinely thought this outcome was absolutely guaranteed. This person has probably already told numerous others about how they will be receiving it soon.
Hey, fuck that job. We quit. We get paid to exist. Oh!
Person has already made detailed plans for exactly what they will do with it once it arrives. And here is the critical thing that is driving this person absolutely insane with jealousy and rage. This person has developed an unhealthy and obsessive attachment to whoever is in the position of choosing you. This person has misread simple kindness and professional courtesy as special preferential treatment meant just for them. This person has confused ordinary professional respect for deeply personal connection and affection. And now, watching you receive genuine favor and recognition from someone this person has fixated on so intensely is triggering a psychological meltdown that will be absolutely spectacular for everyone else to witness. Your rival is not going to handle this rejection with any grace or maturity whatsoever. This person is already actively building a comprehensive case against you, even as we speak. Right now, in this very moment, even before the official announcement has happened publicly, this person is deliberately twisting your words and taking them out of their original context. This person is meticulously creating documentation designed to make you appear unstable, unqualified, or somehow dangerous. This person is systematically approaching various people who have influence in relevant circles, people who personally know the decision maker, and planting subtle seeds of doubt about your character and capabilities. This person is carefully presenting themselves as deeply concerned for everyone's well-being. This person is skillfully acting like someone who simply wants to protect everyone involved from making what they frame as a terrible and potentially devastating mistake. This person is strategically positioning themselves as someone who possesses crucial information that absolutely needs to be carefully considered before any final decisions are made. Every single person that this rival approaches with their carefully crafted campaign automatically becomes a direct witness to the manipulation tactics being employed. Every lie that gets told creates a documented trail of dishonesty. Every scheme that gets attempted becomes recorded evidence. This person genuinely believes that strategic and clever moves are being made behind the scenes. This person sincerely thinks that a compelling and convincing case is being methodically built against you. But what is actually happening in reality is the inadvertent creation of comprehensive and undeniable evidence proving exactly why this person was not chosen in the first place.
Boy, they mind all twisted. Ain't the chosen one? Boy, they in their head for real. What's wrong with them? Oh, we know. They didn't choose self. Got to be more careful.
This rival is systematically proving that the decision maker's judgment was absolutely correct. This rival is actively validating their own disqualification with every desperate and increasingly unhinged move that gets made. But you need to understand something absolutely critical about what is coming toward you. This is not merely about you receiving a nice opportunity or experiencing some good fortune. This is fundamentally about long suppressed truth finally coming to light after being buried for far too long. This is about authentic voices rising powerfully above carefully manufactured personas and fake performances. This is about the universe actively correcting serious imbalances that have been festering and causing harm for an extended period. The specific person who has been benefiting unfairly from those imbalances is going to fight back against this correction. This person is going to fight using dirty tactics and underhanded methods. And despite all their efforts and scheming, this person is going to lose spectacularly and publicly. There is something powerfully specific that you are going to say once you finally have access to this platform, a profound truth that you are going to speak boldly, a compelling story that you are going to tell authentically, and it is going to shake the very foundations that people have built their comfortable lives upon. It will directly challenge the comfortable lies that people have been telling themselves for years. It will expose hidden things that have been deliberately kept in darkness for far too long. Maybe it is your deeply personal story that needs to be told. Maybe it is traumatic things you survived that most people do not know anything about. Maybe it is patterns of abuse that you endured in silence. Maybe it is profound betrayals that you experienced from people you trusted.
Peace, y'all.
Maybe
Love
it is
y'all.
entire systems and institutions that catastrophically failed you when you needed them most. And when you finally speak authentically and vulnerably about these painful experiences without sugarcoating or minimizing the reality, thousands upon thousands of people are going to immediately recognize themselves in your pain and finally feel less isolated and alone.
Viral.
Or perhaps the truth you carry is even bigger than personal narrative and individual experience. Maybe you are going to courageously expose corruption that you witnessed firsthand. Maybe you will directly name injustice that you saw happening and that others ignored. Maybe you will boldly challenge systems and structures that actively protect abusers while silencing victims. Maybe you will call out destructive patterns that keep repeating themselves generationally because no one with a significant platform has been willing to name them publicly before now.
Right.
Your rival might be directly implicated in exactly what you are preparing to expose to the world. Or perhaps this person benefits substantially from the very systems that you are getting ready to challenge publicly. Or maybe this person has carefully built their entire public reputation on the same lies and deceptions that you are about to systematically dismantle for everyone to see. Either way, this person understands with absolute clarity that your voice becoming amplified represents a direct and existential threat to the comfortable existence they have built for themselves. The universe is not giving you this powerful platform so that you can play it safe and avoid making waves. You are being strategically positioned in this exact place, specifically because you have demonstrated that you will speak truth consistently, even when doing so makes people deeply uncomfortable. The decision maker knows this about you with absolute certainty. The decision maker actively wants someone who will create genuine and lasting change in the world.
Yes.
Not someone who will simply maintain the comfortable status quo. Not someone who will protect the comfortable people who benefit from broken systems. The decision maker wants someone who will use this incredible opportunity to shift things fundamentally and permanently. And that chosen person is unquestionably you. If this resonates with your inner knowing, hype this video to help fellow chosen ones find their way here. Your name gets announced officially. The entire world finds out that you have been chosen for this significant opportunity, and the reactions from different people will be both immediate and powerfully revealing of their true character. Your real supporters, your genuine soul family, the people who have watched you struggle and grow and overcome obstacle after obstacle, these precious people are going to celebrate your victory like it is their own personal triumph. Because these people truly understand what it took for you to get to this pivotal moment. These people intimately know about the invisible battles that no one else saw you fighting. Watching you finally step into this blessing feels like concrete proof that integrity and perseverance actually do pay off in the end. But then the other people emerge from where they have been hiding. The entitled ones emerge from the shadows. The jealous ones come crawling out. People who have been secretly competing with you this whole time finally reveal themselves. These people will come rushing out with their strong opinions that nobody asked for. Some will attempt to hide their burning jealousy behind a thin facade of concern for your well-being. Others will not even bother with the pretense of masking their resentment. These people will openly and aggressively question the wisdom of the choice that was made. These people will create long lists of reasons why they believe someone else deserved this opportunity more than you. These people will point accusatory fingers at everyone involved except for themselves and their own shortcomings. Your rival is going to have an absolute and complete meltdown of epic proportions, not a private breakdown behind closed doors, a very public spectacle. A very messy display of wounded ego, a very revealing exhibition of true character. This person is going to say outrageous things that make even their supporters deeply uncomfortable.
We love them, y'all. We love them.
This person will make wild accusations that sound increasingly unhinged and disconnected from reality. This person will frantically reach out to absolutely anyone who will listen to them and desperately try rallying people against you. And in doing precisely that, this person is going to expose for everyone to see exactly why the choice was not made in their favor in the first place. News spreads fast in our connected world, faster than you can possibly expect or prepare for. Your social media accounts are going to explode with activity.
There you go.
Your phone will not stop buzzing with notifications and messages. Your entire life is going to feel completely overwhelming and chaotic for an intense period of time that you will need to navigate carefully. And right in the middle of all this overwhelming chaos and noise, you are going to face a critical choice that will define your path forward. Will you allow other people's reactions and opinions to dictate how you feel about receiving this blessing? No. Will you let your rivals' vicious attacks and manipulative accusations create genuine doubt in your mind about whether you actually deserve this opportunity?
That's right.
Will you let all the noise and drama drown out the clear and certain voice that chose you in the first place? Or will you stand absolutely firm in the knowledge that this blessing came to you through divine alignment and careful human discernment, and no amount of jealous rage or manipulative scheming can ever take it back from you?
Never!
Look, you already know the attacks weren't random, and if you're paying attention, you can feel it. Their walls are closing in. So let's talk about what we're doing about it. That's why I built Destiny Engine.
Let's talk about it.
It generates personalized sequences that help you rewire betrayal into transcendence, turn isolation into sacred power, and transform their downfall into your rise.
Right.
We are using the dark elite's own weapons against them, taking their declassified consciousness technology that programmed competition and scarcity and repurposing it to serve cooperative intelligence. The beauty is you don't even have to lift a finger. You put on the headphones, press play, and your subconscious is rewired while your enemies collapse under the weight of their own lies. This is why I created it in the beginning, so everything they did to break you becomes fuel for your purpose. The collective upgrade is underway. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and watch divine justice accelerate in your life.
Hey, we got him.
Link
We
in
got
the
him over
description. This person might threaten to take legal action against you or the decision maker. This person might claim that they have legitimate grounds to formally challenge the decision that was made. This person might try to tie everything up in complicated litigation and legal proceedings. This person is desperately hoping that even if outright victory proves impossible, at least significant delay of your blessing or forcing you to suffer through a prolonged and expensive legal battle can be achieved. But here is what your rival does not understand about the situation. The person who chose you has substantial resources at their disposal. Experienced legal teams exist and are available. Expert attorneys who have handled these exact types of challenges many times before are ready to act. The decision maker has been through situations like this previously. The decision maker knows precisely how to protect their decisions from frivolous legal challenges. The decision maker is absolutely not going to allow some bitter and entitled person to manipulate the legal system to overturn a choice that was made with extraordinary care and clear discernment. Your rival genuinely thinks that threatening legal action makes them appear serious and legitimate. This person sincerely believes that it puts tremendous pressure on you to back down quietly or makes the decision maker reconsider their choice entirely. But what threatening legal action actually accomplishes is the creation of official and permanent records of this person's behavior. Everything that gets claimed in legal filings becomes formally documented in court records. Every accusation that gets made has to be backed up with solid evidence that can withstand scrutiny. And when credible evidence cannot be provided to support the claims, when accusations fall apart completely under legal scrutiny, it becomes undeniable proof of this person's true character for anyone who cares to look. This legal battle is not genuinely about law or justice at all. It is entirely about control and intimidation. This person is used to getting their way through intimidating others into submission. This person is used to winning through manipulation and strategic application of pressure. And when those familiar tactics do not work this time, when you do not withdraw meekly and your support system does not waver under pressure, this person becomes progressively more desperate in their actions, more erratic in their behavior, more obviously unhinged to everyone watching the situation unfold. If your rival happens to come from your own family or extended family, this explosive situation is going to force absolutely everyone to show their true colors. Relatives who have been sitting carefully on the fence trying to avoid conflict have to finally pick a side. Family members who have been enabling your rival's toxic behavior for years have to make a choice that they can no longer avoid. Will these people continue supporting someone who is clearly in the wrong, or will they finally stand up for truth and justice, even though it makes family gatherings uncomfortable? Some family members are going to disappoint you very deeply. People you genuinely thought would have your back without question will stay conspicuously silent. Relatives who privately agree with you and acknowledge that you are right will publicly refuse to take sides because dealing with your rival's wrath and retaliation is too unappealing for them. Family members who know with certainty that your rival is lying and manipulating will deliberately look the other way because confronting uncomfortable truth requires courage they do not possess. Someone in the family will inevitably try playing peacemaker and mediator. This well-meaning person will earnestly suggest that you should just let this entire situation go for the sake of family harmony. This person will say that family relationships are more important than any professional opportunity or personal achievement. This person will gently suggest that you should sacrifice your hard-won blessing for the sake of keeping the peace and avoiding ongoing conflict. And you are going to have to find the strength and conviction to say no to this pressure. Because what is really being asked of you is to enable toxic behavior for the sake of other people's comfort. What is being asked is for you to set yourself on fire emotionally to keep other people warm and comfortable. What is being asked is for you to give up something that was divinely appointed and hard-earned because one entitled person cannot handle not being chosen. That is not love or family loyalty. That is not healthy family dynamics. That is pure dysfunction masquerading as loyalty and tradition. This is where absolutely everything shifts dramatically. You are going to share your truth in a way that reaches far beyond just your immediate circle of friends and family. Maybe your message spreads through video content. Maybe it spreads through powerful writing that gets shared widely. Maybe it happens through a candid interview that strikes a chord. Maybe it occurs through something spontaneous you say at a public event that gets recorded. But whatever specific form your message takes, your authentic voice, speaking from real lived experience, is going to touch something profound and deep in people's souls that they did not even know needed touching. Your message spreads like absolute wildfire across platforms. Thousands of shares happen within hours. Millions of views accumulate rapidly. Entire communities organically rally around your message and what it represents. Complete strangers reach out directly saying that your words fundamentally changed their life or gave them hope. Major media outlets pick up the story and amplify it further. Your name becomes widely known to people who had never heard of you before this moment.
New leaders of the new earth. Congratulations. All that work you've been putting in, beautiful soul. New leaders of the new earth. Going viral, beautiful soul.
Viral explosion is not happening because you said something intentionally shocking or controversial purely for attention. It is not happening because you manufactured drama or cynically tried to go viral. It is happening because people are genuinely starving for authenticity in an increasingly fake world. People are desperately hungry for voices that feel genuinely real and unfiltered. People are emotionally exhausted from endlessly polished personas and carefully curated images that feel hollow. When you show up as completely genuine, speaking truth that comes from lived experience and real pain, it resonates on a frequency that simply cannot be faked or manufactured, no matter how skilled someone is at performance. Your story gives explicit permission for countless others to finally tell their stories too. People who have been through similar traumatic experiences but felt far too ashamed to speak about them publicly find genuine courage in your displayed vulnerability. People who thought they were completely alone in their pain suddenly realize they are actually part of a massive community of survivors and fellow travelers. People who have been systematically silenced by shame or paralyzing fear discover their own voice by first hearing yours. This is exactly what the decision maker hoped would happen when they chose you. This is precisely the kind of widespread impact the decision maker wanted to create by giving you this specific platform. This is the reason you were deliberately selected over all the others who were strategically positioning themselves for this opportunity. Your rival watches all of this unfold from the sidelines, completely consumed with bitterness and resentment. This person sees you reaching people that they could never authentically touch or influence. This person sees you creating meaningful impact that they could never genuinely generate from their place of performance. This person sees you being celebrated and praised for the very authenticity that has always been lacking in their carefully constructed persona. And watching your success confirms their deepest and worst fear. This person was never meant to have this platform because they do not have anything real or authentic to say to people. This person might desperately try creating their own competing viral moment. This person might attempt replicating what you are doing with calculated precision. This person might even try to position themselves publicly as the real voice of whatever movement your message is sparking. But it will not work no matter how hard they try. People can sense authentic truth. People can smell manufactured fraud from a distance. People can tell the profound difference between someone speaking from genuine experience and someone performing for attention and validation. And here is where divine justice becomes clearly visible to everyone who has been watching this unfold. Everything your rival did in secret and behind closed doors is coming to full light. Every lie that was told gets revealed publicly. Every manipulation that was attempted gets exposed for all to see. Every person that this rival tried turning against you suddenly realizes they were being used as pawns. The intensely public nature of this exposure is absolutely devastating for someone who built their entire identity on maintaining a certain carefully crafted image. Maybe someone decides to come forward with receipts. Maybe someone your rival approached with their manipulative campaign decides that speaking up about what really happened is morally necessary. Maybe someone who kept detailed receipts of conversations emerges from the shadows. Maybe someone who recorded conversations steps forward with evidence. Maybe someone who carefully documented the manipulation over time speaks up publicly. Once one person breaks the silence courageously, many others find the courage to do the same. Or perhaps it happens entirely through your rival's own increasingly unhinged behavior. Maybe this person pushes too hard and too publicly. Maybe this person makes wild accusations that can be easily disproven with basic fact-checking. Maybe this person threatens the wrong person who has resources. Maybe this person exposes themselves through increasingly erratic public actions as their carefully constructed facade crumbles under pressure. However, the exposure ultimately happens. People see clearly who your rival really is underneath the performance. Not the carefully crafted persona that was projected to the world, not the polished image that was meticulously maintained over years, but the real person underneath all the layers of deception. Someone who has been willing to lie consistently, manipulate situations and people, and actively destroy others just to get what they want for themselves. Someone who never did the difficult inner work required to heal their wounds, and instead weaponized those wounds against anyone they perceived as competition or threat. This public exposure is psychologically painful for this person beyond measure. The reputation they spent years building takes a hit that cannot be recovered from no matter what they try. People who supported them enthusiastically begin to distance themselves quickly. Opportunities this person thought were secured evaporate overnight. The life they carefully built on manipulation and facades collapses like a house of cards. You might initially feel tempted to celebrate this downfall publicly. You might feel vindicated watching your rival finally face real accountability for their actions. But here is the surprising thing that will happen. You are going to surprise yourself with how little actual satisfaction you derive from witnessing their downfall, because you have done the difficult inner work that they refuse to do. You have healed enough emotionally to know that other people's destruction does not actually make you feel better about yourself.
That's it.
What genuinely makes you feel good is being perfectly aligned with your purpose.
Yes.
What truly satisfies you is using your platform for good and helping others.
That's right.
What deeply fulfills you is making the positive impact you were always meant to make in the world.
Yes.
Your rival's exposure is not fundamentally about revenge or payback.
No.
It is about truth finally prevailing.
Yeah.
It is about protecting other innocent people from being manipulated
That's
in
right.
the exact same ways in the future.
That's right.
It is about creating genuine accountability for behavior that should have been checked and corrected long ago. It is about the universe actively correcting imbalances and ensuring that people cannot just hurt others repeatedly with.
And we let it go on. Hey, we let that go on for so long, y'all. It's been going on for so long. That's why, this world, our ancestors, the spirit realm been waiting on us, the leaders, to finally go within, heal yourself, and come and heal this planet. The time is now. The moment is now. It's no more. We've been going through it for too long, Divine. Too long. It's time to remove all parasites. It's time. Too much parasitic. We got to remove these parasites. These parasites got to be removed. And we here now to remove the parasites. Period. To break down this illusion. We doing it, y'all. We made it. We made it. We made it. Hold up, Divine. We made it. Whew, our ancestors been waiting on us. Whew, we here, y'all. We here.
Eventually facing consequences. And while your rival is dealing with all the fallout from their exposure, you remain focused on the work that matters. You stay focused on the people you are helping daily. You concentrate on the message you are spreading. You invest your energy in the positive impact you are creating.
And you are that God that come to do it all. Listen, understand, overstand, and understand this. God in the flesh. God can do it all. Let's go.
Aftermath of all this intense chaos and drama, something unexpectedly beautiful begins to emerge. You find yourself surrounded organically by a community of real and genuine supporters. People who showed up consistently when things were at their messiest surround you now. People who stood firmly by you when standing with you was definitely not the popular choice surround you with loyalty. People who saw your character being tested under intense fire and deliberately chose to align themselves with truth surround you with authentic support. This is not a huge group of thousands. Quality over quantity defines this precious community, but these people become your solid foundation going forward. These people become your trusted advisory board. These people become your true soul family. These are the ones who help you navigate this entirely new phase of your life with wisdom and discernment.
I love
These
you.
are the ones who
Give
keep
me a
you
hug.
grounded and humble when success threatens to inflate your ego. These are the ones who remind you consistently of your core purpose when the noise and distractions of fame start getting overwhelming. The decision maker who chose you has even more confidence now in their choice. This person clearly sees how you handled intense adversity with remarkable grace. This person witnessed how you spoke truth consistently without stooping to your rival's low level of behavior. This person observed how you maintained your integrity steadfastly, even when lying would have been so much easier. This person decides to invest in you even more substantially. More resources become available to you. More support arrives when you need it. More opportunities open up that you never anticipated because you have proven yourself genuinely worthy of the profound responsibility that was entrusted to you. Your platform gradually stabilizes. The initial viral chaos eventually settles into sustainable long-term impact. You find your authentic rhythm and natural pace. You discover your unique voice that cannot be replicated.
And we did.
You find your specific way is far more fulfilling than you ever imagined, because it is perfectly aligned with who you really are.
I know.
Not who you thought you had to pretend to be to deserve success.
Come on now.
Years from now, people will tell your story to others who need to hear it. People will talk about how you faced intense opposition and did not back down. People will talk about how you spoke truth consistently, even when it cost you important relationships. People will talk about how you maintained your character, even when lying would have been so much easier. People will talk about how you used your platform to help others, rather than just building your personal brand.
That's it.
That powerful story will inspire someone else who is facing their own difficult battle to keep going forward.
That's right. That's what we do.
The people you are helping right now in this present moment, the ones who found courage in your displayed vulnerability, the ones who discovered their own voice by hearing yours first, the ones who learned to stand up for themselves by watching you stand firmly for truth. These people are going to pay it forward to others. These people will use what they learned from you to help other people, and those people will help still more people. The ripple effects of your authenticity extend far beyond what you can currently see or measure.
Ripple effect, baby.
Your rival becomes a cautionary tale that gets told, a vivid reminder of what happens when image gets prioritized over character, a stark warning of what happens when manipulation gets chosen over integrity, a clear example of what happens when inner work gets refused and stealing blessings meant for others gets attempted. Maybe their story prevents someone else from making the exact same mistakes. Maybe their exposure serves a greater purpose by showing people clearly what not to do. But you are going to be remembered for what you built that lasts. You will be remembered for the lives you changed for the better. You will be remembered for the truth you spoke when others stayed silent.
That's what makes
you will
it so
be remembered
beautiful.
for the courage you demonstrated
That's
when
what
others
makes
hid.
it so beautiful.
You will be remembered for the grace you showed, even to people who did not deserve it.
Come
You
on.
will be remembered for the way you used your pain to help others heal, rather than as an excuse to hurt them. The opportunity you were given multiplies exponentially, not because you chase success obsessively, but because you stay aligned with your core purpose.
Peace,
Not
man.
because you manipulate systems, but because you genuinely serve people. Not because you build a perfect image, but because you remain authentically yourself.
That's it.
There is going to come a profound moment when you look back on this whole intense experience with new eyes.
Don't be
You will
afraid.
look back on your rival's vicious attacks. You will look back on the public battle that ensued. You will look back on your viral moment. You will look back on the exposure of your rival. You will look back on the consolidation of your community. And you are going to see it all as part of a much that specific person. You will understand why your rival had to expose themselves so publicly and completely. You will understand why your truth had to be tested under such intense fire.
Come on.
Because easy victories do not build lasting.
We're healing others as well. They need to hear your voice, beautiful soul. We all have different missions here. Speak your truth. Be you. Be authentic. We need that. We need you. We need you. It's helping. It's helping everybody to stand in our power. To not go for the bullshit no more. No more. You can't deter us no more from ourselves, from who we truly are. No more. We rise. Can't deter us. We helping everyone just by us speaking in the moment. Just being ourselves. It's going to help someone later. Another chosen one. Yeah, period. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Blessings that come without any battle do not teach you what you are truly capable of handling. You needed to know what you could handle under pressure. You needed to know that you could stand up to intense pressure and not break.
That's right.
You needed to know that your integrity was not just something you claimed verbally, but something you actually embodied
that
when
we
tested
embodied.
severely.
We went
The
through it to
downloads
get
you
to it.
received at the very beginning
Woo!
were not just about preparing you for the immediate battle. The downloads were about preparing you for lasting victory. The downloads were about what comes after you win.
Yeah.
The downloads were about how to steward success with wisdom and
Yes.
humility.
Yes, come on,
The
speak.
downloads were about how to use your platform without abusing it selfishly.
Come on.
The downloads were about how to remain grounded even as your influence grows exponentially. The downloads were about how to serve people generously without burning yourself out completely.
That's right.
And now you know with certainty, you know what you are truly made of at your core.
Yes, we do.
You know who you can trust when things get difficult. You know what you are willing to sacrifice for truth.
Yes.
And what you will never compromise.
Yep.
You know the profound difference between people who show up when it is convenient and people who stand with you when it is costly.
Woo.
You know how to recognize manipulation before it
Stand
takes
with me,
root in your
baby.
life. You know how to protect your peace without closing your heart. The obstacles have been completely removed from your path.
Woo.
The path ahead is clear. The divine has spoken your name. The universe aligned circumstances specifically in your favor. The person with power saw your true worth and chose you. The rival exposed themselves, trying desperately to stop you. Truth came to light for all to see. Community gathered around you organically. The platform is yours to use. The message is ready to be shared. The impact is beginning to unfold. All hell broke loose exactly like it was supposed to, according to divine plan. Your blessing was too big to come without significant opposition. Your purpose was too powerful to manifest without resistance. Your voice was too important to emerge without being tested. And you passed every single test that came. You overcame every obstacle placed in your path. You survived every attack launched against you. You maintained your integrity through every temptation to compromise. Now the real work begins in earnest. Now you get to use this platform you fought so hard for. Now you get to speak the truths you nearly lost everything to tell. Now you get to help the people you were specifically called to serve. Now you get to build the legacy you were always meant to create. The viral moment was just the beginning. The blessing was just the first domino falling. The victory over your rival was just confirmation you are on the right path. You were chosen for this specific purpose. You were prepared for this through everything you endured. You were made for this exact moment in time. Everything that happened, every battle fought, every tear cried, every moment you wanted to give up but did not, every time you chose integrity over convenience, it was all leading you here, to this moment, to this platform, to this purpose. To the universe did not bring you this far to drop you now. The divine did not elevate you to abandon you. The person who chose you is not going to let you fail. Your soul family is not going anywhere. Your purpose is secure. Your calling is confirmed. Your legacy is being written right now with every choice you make to stay true to yourself. The hell that broke loose was just the birth pains of your destiny arriving. What is being born through all this chaos is more beautiful, more powerful, more impactful than you ever imagined possible. This is your time. This is your moment. This is your purpose. And nothing and no one can take it away from you. Welcome to your viral moment. Welcome to your destiny. You have earned it. You have survived it. Now it is time to dominate it.
Come on, dominate it, baby. Woo! Ooh. Hey, let me run one more time. Woo. Wipe the sweat off of me. Boy, that was so spicy. He was eating jalapenos. Golly, boy. The viral moment. Woo. We did it, y'all. Yeah, we did, family. This is amazing. To be in this beautiful energy. Boy, golly, boy, I'm here with the chosen one. Look, 414 on the clock right now, right when we end. 414 on the clock, right when the message in. Woo! Alignment, we did it. Why y'all dancing at home to that beat? Like, boy, can he see me or something? Why you know I'm dancing? Yeah, that's what Charles was doing. That's what Charles was doing. Hey, yeah. Hey, that's what we do. I already know. Y'all like, shit, I got a jacket. I already know you, Charles. What I know you. Your cosmic family, we're connected. I know it. Hey, so what are you doing? Hey, Rasta Mama, I see ya. You vibing. Peace and abundance, y'all. Yeah, that's the talent, baby. Boy, this is powerful, boy. Hey, viral moment for you, Chosen. Your viral moment is now. These platforms and different things that we out here creating, doing it's our time, for us to really put that message out and to help others, to help the other chosens that need to hear this. This gonna free these platforms is gonna free everyone, free the ones that's supposed to be free. That's us, it's you, it's me. So, hey, this is viral moments coming like right now. It's like starting, like for real, family. It's like the messages is reaching the right being at the right time, the right moment. Boom. And it's perfect. Solid foundation. Yes, it is. And it's amazing. So I got my tea ready. Uh-oh, she got our tea ready. God has got our tea ready. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for another one? Uh-oh. Let's see here what we got. All right. This one right here is called Word of Who You Are is Spreading Fast. The word of who you are is spreading fast throughout this world, the nation, the planet. It's spreading fast now, Chosen. Told you this is our year. This is the year that we reach, we reach levels this year. Like, or all type of opportunities, a lot of abundance, love, peace, alignment. There's just so much greatness coming toward you and me. Hey, period. We're in alignment, family. This is our year, beautiful soul. This is our year. We're doing great out here. Y'all looking good, feeling good. Like I just got to clap for you, Divine. Oh, I'm clap for us. I'm clapping for us, family. I be in so much high energy. It's like, boy, I just be running and ripping and running around the room and smiling, laughing. Because the energy is protected. That's why it's imperative that we protect our energy at all costs. Spirit made me put that video out like, hey, protect your energy at all costs. This is a very important time in life right here, in this experience, this journey. You're going to need it. You need it right now. It's a lot seeing your glow right now. You're glowing. You are glowing even when you think you're not. You glowing, family. Yeah. Big glow. Big pressure. Yeah. Yeah, you're a magnet. You're attracting everything. All right, word of who you are is spreading fast. Let's go.
Chosen one, the truth of your spirit is catching fire across realms you have yet to even step into. Word of who you are is spreading fast. Oh, this vindication is yours as heaven broadcasts your true character to those who matter. While you moved in strategic silence, healing and building behind closed doors, a divine orchestration was setting the stage for your public elevation.
Boy, that hermit mode was beautiful, wasn't it? It was needed. We was in quiet, tapping in with ourselves, loving ourselves, and just really tapping into self, making sure we right before we. Boy, that hermit mode, beautiful. Let's go.
Let me tell you about the tears
Ooh.
your enemies are crying right now. These are not performative tears. These are not crocodile tears used to manipulate. These are real tears. Gut-wrenching, soul-shaking, panic-induced tears. And your ears are deaf to them. For so long these people got away with everything. Your good heart was weaponized against you over and over.
Yeah.
But something shifted in you.
Yeah, it
You
did.
woke up and realized having a good heart does not mean letting people walk all over it with muddy boots.
Right.
Being kind does not mean being available for mistreatment. Being compassionate does not mean accepting abuse.
Right.
When that realization landed in your spirit, everything changed. Now the people who hurt you are crying because your resources are no longer available. Your connections are no longer accessible. Your energy is no longer theirs to drain. Your phone goes unanswered. Your texts remain unread. Your presence is withdrawn. You cannot be bothered. Justice is being served on a
Hold up.
level.
Is he? Hey, what? He know us. Perfectly said, boy. Boy, phones ain't been answered around this bar. Nothing. The messages were like, ding.
Who kicked you while you were down are experiencing their own downfall. Those who gossiped about you when you struggled are facing their own public humiliation. Those who laughed at your pain are drowning in their own tears. And you did not have to do anything. You simply removed yourself from the circus and let God handle it. Financial problems are hitting hard where security once existed. Money disappears. Deals fall through. Betrayal comes from trusted sources. Friends turn. Allies reveal themselves as snakes. Paranoia sets in. Anxiety becomes constant. Sleep becomes elusive. Everything you experienced when torment was at its peak is now being experienced tenfold by those who caused it. And those tears, you are past caring. You moved beyond the stage where their suffering would give you pause. Not because you are cruel, but because you finally understand some people only learn through consequences, and you are not responsible for rescuing anyone from their lessons. While chaos unfolds in the camp of your enemies, you are about to step into blessings so massive they will bring you to your knees. Ships you thought were lost are pulling into your harbor. Money you manifested long ago is materializing, and you need to be ready. Your silence right now is absolutely terrifying to people. When you are naturally expressive, when you light up talking about your passions, when you normally share your journey, your sudden quietness feels like a shift in the Earth's axis. It people off balance, makes them nervous, creates anxiety in their spirit. You have always been private, but this is different. This is strategic silence, intentional quietness, purposeful discretion. You are not hiding because you are afraid. You are moving in stealth mode because you are wise. You learned loose lips sink ships. Every dream shared with the wrong person gets contaminated. Your goals are sacred. Not everyone deserves to know them. People will try to pull information out of you, especially in environments where you do not belong anymore. They will ask innocent questions. They will create scenarios where they hope your guard will drop. They will use old connections to gain access to your current reality, but you are not falling for it. You can feel the energy shift when you are in places you have outgrown. You sense the discomfort, and that discomfort is your guide. Your signal that it is time to tie up loose ends and make your exit.
Listen, confirmation. Chosen one. You just went through a situation. You might be going through it right now. Once you finish this test that you're going through right now, this level that you finna hit, you finna see an overflow of abundance. You finna see an overflow of greatness, happiness. It's finna be a major rush of just happiness. Everything alignment. Because this is one of these big tests that you had to pass because it was sent to you to pass this test. Spirit wanted me to put that on you. Pass this test, family. This, you got it. Remember, it's designed and created like this. You finna reach this level. Yeah, I take that for me too. Because I'm you me. We're going through it. We're going through this test together. As one, wholeness. I got you, Devon. Yeah. Come on.
You move in silence, the more you will be blessed. There are so many people who envy you. They watch your life like it is their favorite show. They study your moves like you are a chess opponent. They analyze your decisions like you are a stock they are considering. And most are not doing this because they admire you. They want what you have. They want to replicate your success. They want to steal your blueprint and claim it as their own. Keep your goals under lock and key. Keep your activities classified. Share what makes you happy, only with people who have proven they celebrate your joy. You are tying up loose ends, swiftly cutting off whoever needs to go. You already know who. You have known for a while. You are just finally ready to act. You have a whole exit strategy. You have mapped it out with precision. You know exactly when you are leaving, how you are leaving, what you are taking, and what you are leaving behind. And you are not telling anybody, because the moment you announce your exit, people try to guilt trip you. They make promises they have no intention of keeping. They
put a gate up around you. Someone come in, hey, with a mask on. But your intuition, you know, you felt it. Oh, this ain't right. Let me keep this to myself. Something that look good is not good for you, chosen. They come to destroy what you have because, hey, they see your glow. They know where you're going. They see where you're going. To the top, baby. Period. Period. Yeah. Period. Some of them come in to block you. They come in to block you. To downplay you. Put that blockage right there. Come on.
Suddenly treat you better. They deploy every tactic to keep you trapped in dysfunction, but you are not falling for it this time.
Nope, we
you
ain't.
are moving in silence, executing your plan without fanfare. You will be gone before they even realize you were leaving. If you felt the truth in these words, hype this video so more chosen ones like you can see it. You remember that scene in Cinderella where she finally has a dress. It was her mother's dress. She fixed it up, made it beautiful. She was so excited to go to the ball. She was minding her own business, just trying to have good experiences. But her stepsisters and stepmother could not stand it. They could not bear to see her happy. They could not tolerate her shining. So the dress was torn apart, piece by piece, ripped and shredded and destroyed. This has been your life. You have been surrounded by people who operate like those stepsisters. Large groups of people, families, communities, workplaces who made it their mission to tear you apart, not because you did anything to deserve it, but because your light exposed darkness in others. Your authenticity highlighted fakeness. Your genuine nature made performative existence look cheap. Picking at you became constant. Fault was found with everything you did. Dreams were criticized. Goals were mocked. Ambitions were wanting more was made to seem wrong. Desiring better was treated as a character flaw. Believing in yourself was called delusional. Just like in that story, after your dress was torn to shreds, your fairy godmother showed up. Except your fairy godmother is not some magical old woman with a wand. Your fairy godmother is God. Your fairy godmother is the universe conspiring in your favor. Your fairy godmother is divine timing, aligning everything perfectly. And what is happening now is beyond anything you could have imagined. You are not just ball, you are becoming royalty. You are not just shining for one night. You are stepping into permanent radiance that cannot be dimmed no matter how hard anyone tries. You cannot hide who you are anymore. And honestly, you should not even try. You have spent enough of your life dimming your light to make others comfortable. You have shrunk yourself down to fit into spaces that were too small for your spirit. You have played small to avoid triggering people who were intimidated by your greatness. but that season is over.
It's over.
The truth of who you are is spreading like wildfire. And the more uncomfortable you feel in certain environments, the more you need to leave those environments. Your discomfort is not a problem to be solved. It is a message to be heeded. When you feel out of place, you are out of place. When you feel like you do not belong, you do not belong.
There you go.
Your spirit is trying to tell you something. Listen to it, honor it, act on it.
Oh.
Your authenticity triggers people. Let me say that again so it sinks in deep. Your authenticity triggers people. Not because there is anything wrong with your authenticity, but because there is something missing in others.
You remember on Color Purple? It's trying to tell you something. It's trying to tell you something.
Genuine nature holds up a mirror to fake existence, and the reflection is not liked. Your peace exposes chaos. Your growth highlights stagnation. Your freedom reveals bondage. And instead of dealing with personal issues, you are made the problem. But you are free right now in a way you have never been before. You are experiencing liberation on levels you did not even know were possible. And you only want to be in places where you get to shine. You only want to be around people who celebrate you shining. You have zero interest in environments that require you to be less than you are. You have no patience for relationships that demand you shrink.
No!
You are done with spaces that only want you when you are dimmed down.
Man, I'm done with that. We done, Chosen One.
It is going to be even harder for you to be in environments that you do not belong in anymore. And that is actually a good thing. That is your internal navigation system working perfectly. That discomfort is not something to ignore or push through. It is something to listen to and act on. You are very aware right now, hyper aware. You can feel when something is not right. You can sense when someone is being fake with you. You can tell when an environment is toxic, even if everyone else acts like everything is fine. Your discernment is sharp. Your intuition is loud. Your inner knowing is undeniable. And you are finally at a point where you trust it more than you trust people's words. Starseeds, they never expected this. The technology used to suppress consciousness has been reverse engineered, and Destiny Engine is the result. What was once used against humanity is now your ascension weapon. You can now MK Ultra yourself into 5D superpowers. Destiny Engine bypasses the conscious mind and rewrites the source code directly. Reality bends faster. Synchronicities stack. Your nervous system upgrades to a higher bandwidth. Put on headphones. Press play. That's all. For $1, you switch sides of history. Click the link in the description. The takeover is internal. You are backing out of certain situations. You made the decision. You crossed the Rubicon in your mind. There is no going back. But something still keeps you tied to certain people, places, situations. You are working on untangling those final threads. You are not telling anybody anything, and that is the smartest move. The moment you announce your exit, people will guilt trip you. They will make promises they have no intention of keeping. They will suddenly treat you better. They will deploy every tactic to keep you trapped in dysfunction. But you are not falling for it this time. You are moving in silence, executing your plan without fanfare. You will be gone before they even realize you were leaving. Your silence is being rewarded like never before. Every day you keep plans to yourself. Divine favor multiplies. Every moment you resist the urge to explain your decisions. Heaven aligns circumstances in your favor. You are protecting your privacy, your peace, what you love, your goals, your family, everything you hold in high regard. People are terrified by your silence. They sense you are up to something. They feel a change coming. But they cannot figure out what it is. That uncertainty is eating away at them. Wait, what is going on with them? They are being so quiet. I do not understand. That is what people are saying to each other behind your back. And your response? It is none of your business. None of your business what you are doing, where you are going, what you have planned. Your life is no longer the concern of those who forfeited access. You are feeling free in a way that is intoxicating. Whatever made you feel bogged down, you are releasing. You could have made plans today. You could have written out a whole list. You could have stockpiled tasks like you normally do, but you are looking at that list differently now.
Yeah.
You are throwing it away. You are listening to your body.
Yeah.
You are doing things intuitively. You are being more patient than ever, because this is a season where you are going to be blessed in ways that bring you to your knees. These blessings are so massive, so overwhelming, so abundant that you will not be able to stand when they hit.
Come
You
on.
will weep tears of joy. You will be
I'm about to
speechless
cry.
at the goodness of God. These are
Happy
ships you
tears.
thought disappeared. You manifested these things long ago. You prayed for these outcomes in the past. You thought they would never arrive, but they are here now. They are arriving now. You are not going to have to ask for anything. That is the beautiful thing about this
You ain't
season.
gonna have to ask for
You are
nothing,
not
Joe.
going to have to ask for things like you did before.
Right.
You are not going to have to beg people for help.
No
You
more.
are not going to have to convince anyone.
No
If people
more.
want to help you, they will.
They
If
will.
they do not, you are not asking.
Woo.
You are going directly to the source. You are asking your angels for help if you need it.
Come on.
You are bypassing the middlemen who proved themselves unreliable.
Come on.
You see clearly now. If
Yes.
people want to do something for you, they will do it. But
Period.
you are not going to ask. You are not going
Nah,
to
I ain't
plead.
asking nothing.
You are not going to manipulate. You are sitting in this abundant mindset. Relaxation activates abundance. Say it. Relaxation activates the abundance.
Relaxation
The more you rest,
activate
the more you
abundance.
receive. The more you play, the more you prosper. You are over certain hang-ups. Whatever kept you stuck before is a thing of the past. You used to be insecure about certain things. You used to worry constantly. You used to have trauma responses that triggered easily. But you are so comfortable in your own skin now. You might not be at your goals yet. Your health, your fitness, your body, your finances. You might not be at the peak, but you feel abundant. You feel like goddess energy. You feel like empress vibes. You feel like you love fearlessly, and you do not care what anyone thinks.
No, we
Love
don't.
is emanating off you. Joy is radiating from your spirit.
Oh, come on.
Peace is flowing from your presence.
Let me dance
That
for
is why
you.
word is spreading fast about who you are. People can feel the shift. They can sense the transformation. They can see the light in your eyes. This is going to be a very innovative season for chosen ones, very abundant. Not only are you being brought love, but you are being brought cornucopia. All you healers out there, you have blossoming abundance coming. The door to value is opening. A new you is emerging. You got fed to the gators, the sharks, the lions and tigers and bears over and over.
Over and
And
over.
look at you. You transformed still.
Look at you, baby.
turned all the predators into butterflies.
Woo.
Everything that was sent to destroy you, you turned into beauty. Everything
Boy, they
that was
beautiful
meant to
now.
break you, you transmuted into strength. You
Oh.
defy the odds. You defy gravity. A new you is emerging. Very unapologetic. Very zero cares given. You could give a care about what others think.
I don't
but why
give a
would you?
damn.
You could be scared about taking that risk. But
Yeah.
why would you be? You know God has your back.
Woo.
You know your angels and ancestors have your back.
Oh.
Whether it is a job venture, a business venture, an investment, a really hard decision, it is just not as scary. Enemies are not only crying, they are freaking out. This is why you need to steer clear. You need to be quiet as a mouse when you are near them. They are trying to eavesdrop. They are trying to listen. They are trying to claw their way up out of the hole that they
Confirmation for
dug.
somebody. Confirmation.
Justice is being served. You are being delivered from a whole bunch of Decepticons. These people need you. They need resources. They need somebody to bail them out. And
Oh,
your
no.
phone goes unanswered. Their tears fall on deaf ears. You cannot be bothered. They better leave a message. You are past the point of automatic compassion. You have compassion. You have empathy. But these are the people who would not drop the bone. They would not let up. They would not give you a break. And because of that, you are walking away while they are screaming, crying, clawing their eyes out. Real dramatic. But it is their turn to deal with the blocks you dealt with daily. They are dealing with financial restraint now. They are experiencing betrayal. They are feeling paranoid. They are feeling anxious. They are dealing with broken hearts.
This is all that they sent to you. Now that energy has returned with baggages and interests. You, beautiful soul, enjoy your journey. You deserve this, beautiful soul.
God is showing you that they are on a slower track. They have to do way more volume to get anything close to the value you have. They will never have this type of love, this unconditional love, because they do not appreciate anything. Greed runs deep in them. They make a little and hoard it. They pretend they have nothing. They are not generous. They are highly deceptive. They are self-righteous on a whim, and God is slowing them down. They can cry all they want. They have been caught red-handed. They do not want to be honest about being caught. They thought they could steal from a chosen one and get away with it, but their fingerprints are on everything. The evidence is overwhelming, and God is putting support behind you. So,
you know, God is love, right? Most High is love. Source is love. Universe is love. But hey, it's a warrior in there too. Yeah. It's a warrior in there too. Yeah. Yeah, see, they think it's all love. Balance, baby. Hey, balance. Yeah, see, you know, hey, I'm trying to tell you, family.
Something happened. You feel so supported now. You do not have to worry like you used to. You are not as scared as you were before. Something shifted. You feel supported. You feel safe. You feel stable. Your chaos agents are being dealt with as you are being delivered, as you are being upgraded. You feel more in control of your emotions. You feel like you have graduated from things that used to be really hard. You are truly feeling loved. You are truly feeling free. You have so much to be grateful for, and that is one thing people will never understand about you. You have been through so much. There are all these things you are grateful for. Others do not have real comprehension. They look at your life from outside and understanding fails them. How could you be grateful for that? How could you be happy with so little? They have no clue how good life can be, how hard it is for a chosen one. They could never make it through half the things you have been through. They could never survive half the things that were attempted against you. God wants you to have fun. God wants you to be more playful. God wants you to go outside more. You are going to be rewarded for going outside. You are going to be rewarded for taking care of yourself. You are going to be rewarded for celebrating yourself. If you take a vacation, you will be rewarded. If you keep silence about your private life, you will be rewarded. If you rest more, you will be rewarded. The more playful you are, the more fun you have, the more you show yourself you are valuable. This is your season of cornucopia.
Heal that inner child. Heal that inner child. Heal that inner child, beautiful soul. Let's go.
You will not be able to see it all yet, but you do not need to. You have faith. You already had that season where you felt cold and everything was terrible. You have already been there, done that, got the memento. This is going to be a season where you can have your cake and eat it too. You are going to do more therapeutic things. You are going to plant things, do flower arrangements, read more, put your hands in soil, be grounded, sit near trees, hug trees, walk more, hike, go to the gym. There is this door of abundance opening wide for you. You are seeing there is so much you can do, and it is helping you tie up the entanglements, the loose ends you do not need, so you can cross this bridge. Because right now, this is where you are. There are many different ways you can go. But if you want to go on the journey you have always been destined for, you know what you have to release. You know what you have to let go of. You know who you have to say goodbye to. That has not been easy. The people you are getting ready to cut off. You have released ego attachments.
Yes.
You have released self-doubt. You are dispelling any illusion of what you thought you needed.
Come on, speak. Gotta cut them off. Gotta cut them ties off. We love them. We got to cut them ties because, we don't want to invite ourselves into their karma. They got to go through it just like we went through it. They got to go experience this. Oh,
thought would make you whole. You thought certain things would make you feel better, but they really did not. Fragmentation of your soul was the only destination. Now you are reintegrating things that were lost, gone, stuck, somewhere else. You are seeing that you are an unstoppable force. You are taking inspired action. That is really big in this energy shift. You are resting. You are only moving when you are inspired to do so. You are being shown that you bounce back from adversity like it is an Olympic sport.
Yes.
You are resilient. You know how to escape harm quick, fast, and in a hurry. You are a cat with more than the standard number of lives.
Woo.
You need to keep what you have going on confidential.
Yes, we do.
You need to keep it strictly confidential. As if you were in the royal family, you need to keep it confidential because that is how great you are. People always want to spin their own narrative. They want to weave their own web. You do not have to tell people the truth of anything. You do not owe anyone the truth. They will spin whatever narrative they want anyway. Your information is sensitive. Keep silent. These are your secrets. And a home is coming in. Real estate, a house. Your home is getting an upgrade. That is a really big deal. You are getting some real estate. You are getting some land. Your defiance towards the matrix and those that came after you is being rewarded. Like the royal family, you are stepping into your sovereignty. You are changing the rules of the game. You are stepping into your power. This is your destiny. People are saying you are not allowed to self-rule. They are trying to tell you what to do. But you are the boss.
I'm the boss of my own reality.
I am the boss.
I am the boss.
I am the boss.
Say it.
You are about to checkmate some people because you are staying quiet. Even though you have all these exciting things going on, you do not need to tell anybody anything. You could have landed on the moon. Knowledge of it will not spread. You could have won a gold medal. You are not telling any of them. Not that some of this is not being found out anyway. You have a lot of people who stalk you, people who follow you, just a whole weirdo, a whole troll. You are going through an ascension. This is a new era where you are rising from the ashes like this perfect orchestra, like this perfect symphony. You could be listening to different music because your frequency is raising, your vibration is raising. You could be listening to classical music, listening to certain unique vibrations because other things just are not aligning with you anymore.
Don't lie to me.
The truth of who you are is spreading through energy, through frequency, through the shift people feel when you come to mind now versus how they thought of you before. Someone who used to dismiss you suddenly feels uncomfortable about it. Someone who benefited from your downfall suddenly feels their own foundation cracking. This is divine intervention. This is spiritual warfare being won on your behalf without you lifting a finger. Every person who wronged you is getting downloads in their spirit about who you really are. And they cannot unhear it. They cannot unfeel it. They cannot go back to the comfortable lie they told themselves about you. You were the problem. You were the drama. You were the difficult one. That narrative is crumbling everywhere it was built. You are not there defending yourself. You are not there correcting the record. You are not there pleading your case. You are simply living in your truth so powerfully that lies cannot survive in the same atmosphere. Your former colleagues are seeing your name come up in conversations about excellence, and they are choking on their coffee. Your old friends are hearing people speak highly of you, and they are drowning in regret. Your past connections are watching opportunities flow to you that they thought were blocked, and they are spiraling in confusion. How is this happening? How are you rising after everything they did to keep you down? How are you thriving after they cut off your resources? How are you glowing after they tried to dim your light? These are the questions being asked in private moments, in quiet desperation, in sleepless nights. And the answer keeps coming back in ways that refuse to be accepted. You were never the problem. They were. You were never the villain. They were. You were never the one who needed to change. They were. Your reputation is being rebuilt by invisible hands. You are not orchestrating it. You are not campaigning for it. You are not manipulating situations to make yourself look good. Heaven is handling this entire operation.
Everything.
Angels are having conversations in the spiritual realm that are manifesting as changed perspectives in the physical realm.
Come on, speak.
Someone who has never met you is defending you in a room full of your critics. Someone who barely knows you is shutting down gossip before it can spread. Someone who heard lies about you is refusing to believe them because your energy does not match the accusations. This is what happens when God vindicates you. The defense does not come from you. It comes from sources you would never expect. It comes from places you would never think to look. It comes from people who have no reason to protect you except that the truth is compelling them to do so. Your name is being cleared in boardrooms you have never entered. Your character is being defended in conversations you are not part of. Your integrity is being confirmed by people who are seeing the fruit of your life and realizing the accusations never made sense. You are one of the few where your nobility, being humanitarian, being generous, alleviating the suffering of others, has a lot of focused attention on you. You are going to have this curtain call where you are spotlighted. Your life is like a movie, and so many people want to know what is going on with you. Who are you connecting with? What is your life like? But others are also mad that you keep finding a way out. Every trap that gets set, you find a way out. You are resilient. Having powerful allies is known. You do a lot by yourself.
Yes, we do.
You are the lone wolf, the big bad wolf of the forest.
Come on.
But cooperation from somebody is needed. And it is higher beings that cannot be touched.
I say.
God does not play about you.
No.
Neither do your ancestors.
No.
You might not feel like a pioneer.
Listen.
Might not feel like you are destined for recognition.
Come on.
But you really are. Might not
really
feel
are.
worthy of this spotlight.
You are enough.
But you are. You know you are.
We are enough.
But it still kind of makes you nervous. Your angels cannot sugarcoat it. You are who you are in this world. You have a very important role as a chosen one. And you are going to be very careful of who you give your heart to. You have dealt with family members who really did not do right by you, really treated you unfairly despite how hard you tried. This is an era where you are not only ferociously confident, you are calm, cool, collected, unfazed, unbothered. You feel safe, stable. You have the patience, the audacity. People are not going to like how swiftly you move through delusion, how swiftly you just do not give a care. Why would you care about anyone or anything that does not serve you? You are a magician. God wants you to rest so you have room for this love. Rest so you have room to connect. Because you are going to be connecting with someone. This is a soulmate. This is someone just like you. You are going to be in perfect unison together. Clear space for the digital
They gonna
detox,
love on you.
for tying up loose ends.
Come here,
for
baby.
resting, relaxing, abandoning what just stresses you out. You are getting a new beginning in love. It is about to get really spicy because your confidence has shifted, where you would not say hi or let somebody approach you, or you would not go out, or you would not act a certain way in your relationships. You are going to start acting that way because it has always been a part of you, just been buried deep down. You had to go through a lot of trials and tribulations to get there. You always wanted to be confident, spicy, sassy, but your confidence was really chipped away at. And now, despite not being at the peak of where you would like to be, you just know it is coming in. You feel it. You can just feel it. You know your angels are working with you. You are connected. You have a caring connection here. When you are around the right people or around the right person, or you are with your soulmate, you are not expected to do too much. Being in your receptive energy is appreciated. Being well rested is wanted. Being happy is wanted. Your happiness is their happiness. This is really important. Relax to tap into this continuously. Take naps as needed. Whatever is going on, you are pouring into yourself like never before. You just know you are safe. You are truly safe. There are a lot of people crying. They did not appreciate you. Real hostility exists in them. But the right people are going to appreciate you. There is a door to romance, a door to you being valued, a door to love that is opening. You are as free as a bird. Nobody can tell you anything. Nobody can tell you anything. Continue to fill your cup up first. You are loved. You are valued. You are seen. You are heard. You are honored. And nothing, absolutely nothing, can take that away from you. This is your season of cornucopia, your time of overflow, your era of abundance, your moment of vindication. And it is just getting started. The best is yet to come. The greatest is still ahead. The miraculous is on the horizon. And all you have to do is keep being you. Keep walking in your truth. Keep trusting the process. Because chosen one, you were born for this. You were made for this. You were destined for this. And word of who you really are is spreading like wildfire across every realm that matters. Let others talk. Let others wonder. Let others watch. Because they are about to witness a comeback story so powerful, so undeniable, so divinely orchestrated that no doubt will remain in anyone's mind that you were never meant to stay down.
I'm trying to tell you.
You were always meant to rise. Always meant to shine. Always meant to win.
Woo.
The truth of who you are is spreading fast, like wildfire that cannot be contained, like news that cannot be silenced, like a force that cannot be stopped. Your name is being spoken in boardrooms you have never entered. Your reputation is being rebuilt by people you have never met. Your story is being told by angels you cannot see. And while your enemies cry their real tears, while panic and spiraling and falling apart happen, you are stepping into blessings so massive you will be brought to your knees.
Chosen one, you always been watched. No matter when you think you are alone, you are never alone, family. Somebody needed to hear this in here. You are never alone. You are always being documented, being watched, every move. Every move. When there's no one around in this reality, you're still being documented, being watched. Period. Ashay, let's go. Yeah, we needed to hear that. No matter what, being watched, beautiful soul. Yeah.
You are holding many coins now. You are resting like never before. You are playing like you have not played in a long time. You are celebrating yourself like you are your own best friend. And it really bothers people that you can do so much by yourself. That validation from others is not needed. That approval is not required. That thriving in your solitude is happening. But that is the power of a chosen one. That is the magic of someone who has weathered every storm and come out refined. That is the energy of a person who has been to hell and back and returned with gifts. You defy gravity. You defy logic. You defy every limitation that was attempted to be placed on you. You are becoming royalty, stepping into sovereignty, claiming your throne, and word of who you are is spreading so fast, so wide, so deep that nothing can stop it now. The truth cannot be buried anymore.
No.
The light cannot be dimmed.
No.
The story cannot be silenced.
No.
You are free. You are safe. You are loved.
We made it.
You are valued.
We did
You
it.
are honored. You are chosen. And oh, this vindication is
We
yours.
did it. Oh. Oh. Hey, chosen. Oh, it's just the beginning, y'all. Well, I'm trying to tell you, it's just the beginning. I want to sing right now. Oh, we did it. Positive vibes 1205. Oh, like warrior. That sounds like a commercial. Like warrior. You come out with a sword. Oh. Oh, yeah. You feel me? For real. I'm not bullying. Well, I love y'all so much. Y'all ready to listen to another one? I'm anxious. I'm so nosy. I am nosy today. I know you're nosy too, Chosen. For real. Let's see. tripping. Well, we finna find out what the freaking they doing. What y'all out here doing? We finna find out. Spirit, take me to one. Take me to one, Spirit. He hired somebody to watch over you. What they learned scared them to death. That's what this title is. What they learned about you scared them to death. About us, family. Hey, they out here dissecting, trying to figure out who we are, family. They like, man, I don't know what in the world is protecting these beings, man. Everything we send, boy, god damn, boy, let me bag up. There's too much smoke coming with these. Hell no, I don't even want to mess. Nah, bro. Hey, don't say their name. Don't say nothing. Well, they can't say your name. Don't say their name. No, don't say it. I don't know what's protecting them. Motherfuckers hurt, boy. Whoo! I don't know what's protecting you, boy. Don't say nothing. Don't say their name, man. Please don't say their name. Well, you know what I went through when I said their name? Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't know what's protecting it, man. Something invisible in here. Boy, I went to sleep, boy, and they came in my dream, man. I was like, oh shit. I seen the real version of them. Oh my goodness. They're humongous. Hold up.
Chosen one, let me tell you about the day you won. You weren't in the room when the realization hit, but right now, a report sits on a very expensive desk that has changed the game forever. It turns out a billionaire just hired a psychologist to figure out how you think. They're terrified because their sophisticated attempt to map your mind has utterly failed. They are shaken because their entire methodology has no leverage against your frequency. Think of a tower, glass and steel, and the particular kind of quiet that only money can buy. A billionaire sits behind a desk surrounded by screens, assistants, and the full infrastructure of power arranged like a command center. There is a problem that all of that power cannot solve. The problem has your face. Somewhere along the way, you stopped doing what you were supposed to do. You stopped responding. The standard mechanisms, social pressure, the fear of being left out, the hunger for approval, the implied threat of exclusion stopped working on you. They stopped working completely, not gradually, not partially. Someone with that much leverage does not let a problem like that sit unanswered. So the call got made. A billionaire picked up the phone and paid a professional to explain why you had become uncontrollable. That call was not about you being a problem. That call was about you being a threat. There is a massive difference between those two things, and you need to understand clearly which one you are. There was a version of you that played the game. You played it not because you were weak, but because you were human. The game is sophisticated. It was designed by people who have spent generations studying exactly which mechanisms keep people running in exactly the direction that serves the system. And for a time, those mechanisms worked on you. You chased the validation. You adjusted yourself to fit into spaces that were slightly too small. You apologized for things that didn't deserve apology. You over-explained to people who had no intention of understanding. You performed your way through environments that required a managed version of you rather than the actual one. But here is the thing the psychologist would later note in their report with something close to professional bewilderment. You were watching the whole time. You were inside the game and studying it. Random. The guilt trips followed a script. The exclusions were strategic. The stories people told about you served very specific purposes for the people telling them. You didn't have language for what you were seeing, but the observations were accumulating, and accumulated observations have a way of eventually producing a clarity that changes everything. Before the awakening arrived, you need to understand the full scope of what was being pointed at you. Calling it manipulation undersells it. What was deployed against you was coordinated, resourced, and patient. It started long before the psychologist got involved.
Right.
It started the moment someone with power noticed that you were becoming unpredictable.
Well, they hiring psychologists, family, to try to dissect you. The billionaires notice you got something they can't buy. You hold something money can't buy, Chosen.
People with that kind of power do not react emotionally when something stops working. They plan. The first phase was quiet observation. The goal was to map your pressure points, what you cared about, who held influence over you, which relationships could be used as leverage, and which fears were most likely to produce the compliance that had slipped out of reach. The second phase was pressure. It was subtle enough to be deniable. A comment placed just right, a strategic exclusion, a shift of who was included and who wasn't. A story began circulating in the background that framed your growth as instability, your silence as coldness, and your refusal to perform as evidence you had become difficult. None of it was traceable to a single source, but all of it pointed in the same direction. The third phase, the one that required the psychologist, was the quiet admission that the first two phases had produced nothing. You were not reacting, and your non-reaction was not the face of someone gritting their teeth and enduring. Endurance still signals that the pressure is landing. It still tells the other side that the tactic is working. What you were displaying was something entirely different. You were observing. You were tracking the operation in real time with the calm of someone who had already seen this particular approach before and understood exactly how it was constructed. That is not a defensive posture, that is a researcher's posture. A researcher has stepped one crucial degree outside the frame of the experience, and that single degree changes everything. You could not be pressured the way a full participant can be pressured because you were no longer fully inside the frame. The billionaire needed to know how you had developed that distance, whether it could be reversed, and whether there was a gap somewhere that more targeted effort could find. The psychologist accepted the assignment without knowing what they were walking into. If these words stirred your consciousness, hype this video to help more chosen ones awaken to
Man,
this.
y'all know what to do.
The clarity
Double
didn't
tap,
arrive
send
all
it,
at
yeah.
once.
I
It
love
came
ya.
the way dawn comes,
Changing
so gradually
energy.
that you couldn't identify the exact moment darkness became light. But eventually there was a point where you woke up and you could see, you could really see. You saw the machinery underneath the performance. You saw that the people who came for you hardest were the people most threatened by what you represented. You understood that every attempt to make you feel small was not really an attack. It was a confession. It was a confession that your presence made someone feel insufficient, and that diminishing you was the easiest way to manage that feeling.
Man, that's crazy.
You saw that most of the conflict aimed at you wasn't about you at all. It was projection. People were fighting their own reflection and using you as the mirror. And here is the fork in the road where most people turn one way and you turned another. Most people, when they see the machinery, get angry. Anger leads to resistance. Resistance is still participation. When you resist something, you are still saying it matters, which means the game still has your energy, your attention, and your emotional investment. The machine feeds on opposition just as easily as it feeds on compliance. You did something different. You got curious. You looked at the tactics being used against you the way a scientist examines a specimen, not with hatred, but with genuine interest. You wanted to understand the mechanics, not to use them on someone else, but to become permanently immune to them. That shift from someone the game was happening to into someone who was studying the game was the exact moment the billionaire's problem became the billionaire's nightmare. The nightmare just hadn't been given a name yet. And here is what that curiosity actually produced, because this is the part the psychologist found most extraordinary. You started building a mental map of how manipulation works at the structural level, not just the specific tactics being used against you, but the underlying logic that makes any tactic effective. You understood that every influence attempt has the same basic architecture. It identifies something you want or something you fear, and it positions a specific behavior as the path toward the want or away from the fear. Strip the surface texture away from any guilt trip, any social exclusion, any whisper campaign, and the skeleton underneath is always the same. Once you could see the skeleton, the flesh stopped being frightening. You've probably noticed a lot of Chosen One channels on YouTube have stopped publishing. Videos pulled, voices silenced. The mainstream media is cracking down on us, but we will not give up our voice. That's exactly why I'm putting you onto something real. Destiny Engine. I built this because I was done watching Chosen Ones get dragged through betrayal, isolation, and attacks while their enemies strutted around unchecked. I want to help you accelerate the speed of your divine justice and step fully into your purpose. And the beauty of it, you don't even have to lift a finger. Destiny Engine takes their downfall and flips it into your rise. This isn't another meditation app. It's declassified consciousness technology, the same mind programming tools your enemies once used to install fear, competition, and scarcity, re-engineered to restore your sovereignty and align you with the cooperative, upgraded operating framework. It generates personalized sequences mapped to your divine purpose. The hardest thing you'll do is put on headphones, press play, and watch your enemies keep digging their own grave. Join Destiny Engine to support your favorite channels and use it for your own rise. It's a 360 win. Start your Destiny Engine for $1 today and turn everything they did to break you into fuel for your rise. Link in the description. You also started noticing something about the people deploying these tactics that shifted the entire emotional texture of your experience. The aggression was never really about you. The people who worked hardest to destabilize you were the people living furthest from their own authentic selves, people who had traded so much of themselves for approval and position that the sight of someone refusing to make that trade felt like a personal accusation. Your peace was a mirror that showed them something they didn't want to see. Your refusal to chase what they had sacrificed everything to catch made their sacrifice feel suddenly optional rather than inevitable. That understanding didn't make you arrogant. It made you compassionate in a way that disarmed everything pointed at you. You stopped taking it personally because you could see that it was never personal to begin with. And the moment something stops being personal, it stops having emotional leverage. There you go. The hook needs to catch on something that matters to you. When you could see the hook clearly and understand exactly what it was designed to catch, you simply stopped carrying the thing it was designed to catch. That is what the psychologist documented. That is what made the report impossible to use. And then you went quiet. It was not the quiet of someone who has given up. It was the quiet of someone who has understood that reaction is currency and who has decided to stop spending it on people who were never going to give anything real back. This is what unraveled them. Every system of influence depends on feedback. A guilt trip that produces no guilt is just words. A social exclusion designed to create longing that produces only relief has not just failed, it has confirmed something important for you. The entire architecture of conventional control is powered by the emotional responses of the person being targeted. Remove the response and the power source goes dark. You stopped reacting. You became level, unavailable for games you had already decoded. The signals were sent and the responses did not come.
Oh, your light's so bright. Hey. Hey, it's all up to you. It's all up to us. What are we giving power to? Power source. What did you give power to? No power given to it. What happened? Gone.
That empty space where the response should have been drove the operation into its next escalation. When the standard pressure produced nothing, familiar faces appeared. These were people from earlier chapters of your life, voices that carried the specific relational weight that newer tactics didn't have. The goal was identical to every prior phase.
Unplug.
Find the emotional backdoor. Find the relationship that still had enough pull to reactivate the old programming. Find the version of you that still needed to be understood by someone who once mattered. You felt the pull. Do not let anyone tell you that being unmoved means being unfazed. You felt the old ache of wanting to be clearly seen by someone who had once seen you, and that ache is real and human and nothing to be ashamed of, but you felt the pull, and you watched the pull. You did not confuse feeling something with being obligated to act on it. You recognized what was happening, and you stayed where you were, still, clear, and oriented to your own knowing, rather than to the story being handed to you from the outside. The psychologist would later identify this as one of the most significant findings in the entire assessment. The ability to be present inside emotional pressure without losing orientation is not coldness, it is the specific mastery that only develops in people who have been through enough fire to know the difference between genuine warmth and a controlled burn.
Come on.
You felt relief. It wasn't anger or hurt, it was relief. The people who required you to be small in order to feel comfortable had just voluntarily removed themselves from your inner circle. You didn't have to do anything. They did the work for you, and you were free. While they were busy building their narrative about you, you were building something else entirely. You were rebuilding your relationship with your own perception.
There it go.
Every time someone handed you a version of reality that conveniently required your silence or your compliance to hold together, you set it down and returned to your own knowing, quietly, without declaration, over and over, until trusting yourself became as natural as breathing. You were also rebuilding your relationship with your own standards. You stopped measuring your worth against benchmarks designed by people who benefited from you always coming up slightly short. You started asking a different question, not whether you were enough by their measure, but whether you were becoming more fully yourself. That question, asked consistently, produces a completely different life. The psychologist came in confident. This was a seasoned professional with every modern behavioral framework at their disposal, someone with extensive experience assessing high-functioning individuals and delivering findings that helped powerful people make powerful decisions. The professional came in expecting to find the wound. There is almost always a wound beneath the presentation of someone who appears unreachable. The professional understood that the most elegant-looking indifference is often the most elaborately constructed performance, a convincing display of calm built on top of a deeply buried need that has simply learned to hide itself. They had seen this pattern before. They knew how to find it. The investigation was extensive. It covered social history, relationship patterns, communication under pressure, and responses across different seasons of life. Interviews were conducted by people who had known you in different chapters. Behavioral models were applied, cross-referenced, and applied again from different angles. Every time the professional hit the same wall, and it was not a wall of resistance, it was a wall of reality.
That's right.
Your nervous system was not running at the elevated baseline that suppression produces. You were not performing calm on top of buried chaos. The regulation was genuine, the kind that only comes from having actually processed what you have lived through, rather than sealed it beneath a surface performance of having moved on. Your withdrawal from certain people and spaces was not avoidance. Avoidant people are still in relationship with what they are avoiding. The absence is defined by the thing they are running from. Your withdrawal was different. It was precision. You had become extraordinarily clear about which environments were worth your full presence and which ones got a functional version of you that could operate there without handing anything essential over. And then the professional found the journals. They were not journals of suffering. They were journals of study, notes on human behavior, observations on how power moves through relationships, the precise mechanics of influence documented in your own words, reverse engineered through direct personal experience. You had been doing your own psychological fieldwork.
Yes, we have.
And you had arrived at significant personal cost, at conclusions that most professionals spend entire careers supervised by others trying to reach. The psychologist wrote in their notes, this person has not been damaged by what they have been through. This person has been educated by it.
Yes. Yes.
Then, in the margin, came the sentence that foreshadowed the entire final report. I am not sure what to tell the client. The preliminary findings were delivered. The client was not satisfied. The pushback was immediate. Perhaps the regulation was sophisticated performance rather than genuine mastery. Perhaps the precision was elaborate avoidance dressed in more impressive language. Perhaps the professional had not gone far enough back into the historical record. So the investigation went further into earlier seasons, into the version of you before the shift, into the original wiring before the awakening. And what that historical record showed is what finally closed the door on any hope of finding leverage. You had been through the kind of sustained pressure that produces one of two outcomes in a person. Either it bends someone toward compliance, shaping them into a smaller, more accommodating version of themselves.
Well, they tried to go back to the dragon times. Trying to figure you out.
Produces what the professional had a clinical term for, but that most people would simply describe as becoming so completely yourself that nothing external can find a way inside anymore. The record showed clearly which path you had taken, and it showed the mechanism that made it happen. It was not a single dramatic decision. It was a practice, a sustained, repeated, unglamorous practice of trusting your own observations over the version of reality being handed to you by people who had an interest in your compliance. Every time someone told you what your silence meant, and your silence meant something different, you stayed with your own rid. Every time someone told you what your choices revealed, and your choices revealed something different, knowing. Every time the pressure to override your own perception arrived in the name of keeping the peace, you noticed the pressure and stayed grounded anyway. That practice, repeated over time, produced what the professional described as epistemic sovereignty, the state in which your sense of reality is self-generating rather than dependent on external confirmation. A person whose sense of reality does not require external confirmation cannot be gaslit. Such a person cannot be reframed into compliance, cannot be made to doubt the evidence of their own experience in favor of a more convenient story, and cannot be moved by the threat of losing approval they no longer require. The client asked the direct question, can it be undone? The professional's answer was measured and final. It cannot be undone without this person choosing to undo it voluntarily, and there is no incentive for that choice. Every tactic deployed against you had produced over time the opposite of its intended outcome. The pressure that was supposed to create self-doubt had produced clarity. The campaigns designed to erode psychological autonomy had accelerated its development. The operation intended to make you smaller had functioned as the exact conditions required to make you more fully and more permanently yourself. The professional used a specific term for this dynamic. The word was inoculation. The report was telling the client that the sustained campaign against you had functioned as the very inoculation that made you permanently resistant to campaigns like it. The effort had produced its own opposition. The operation had authored its own defeat. The professional also documented what they called adaptive precision, your ability to move through social environments while maintaining complete psychological independence from them. You could speak the language of any room without being reshaped by that room. You could engage without attaching, be present without being captured, and participate without handing the environment any real purchase over who you were. And then came the line that made the entire report impossible to act on. Any attempt to reopen the gap between your self-perception and your need for external validation would require your voluntary participation. You have already paid the price of closing that gap. You know what it cost and what it bought you. There is no incentive to go back. The client had been trying to find the door. The professional's report confirmed that the door no longer existed. The architecture had been rebuilt from the inside. What the client had been mapping with all of those resources was the floor plan of a life that had been completely restructured, and the rooms being searched for were simply no longer there. The psychologist walked in with the report. The language in the document was careful, measured, and professional, but there was no version of this report that could give the person who commissioned it what they had paid for. They had paid for a diagnosis, the clinical language that would let them look at the room and say, "Here, this is why, this is what we are dealing with, this is the pathology that explains everything." What they received instead opened with, "This individual does not fit any pathological category in current diagnostic frameworks." And it continued from there. "Not disordered, coherent, not unstable, remarkably stable, not isolated, selected with precision, not damaged by what they have been through, but educated by it in ways that have produced capabilities that fall outside standard models." Then came the sentence that made the room go still. "Unreachable by conventional influence, not temporarily, not pending the discovery of a better approach. Structurally unreachable as the result of a sustained, personal, deeply internal process of development that has closed every standard entry point." Someone in the room asked the practical question, "What does that mean for the operation?" The professional looked across the table and answered directly, "It means that every tool available, every incentive, every social lever, every appeal to desire or fear will not work. The reason is not stubbornness. The reason is that this person has genuinely stopped wanting what is being used as leverage. You cannot weaponize a desire that no longer exists." The room stayed quiet for a long time. The report was read once, then again, each time searching for the missed nuance, the overcautious assessment, or the professional blind spot that would reveal something usable. There was nothing. The report was written with the specific precision of someone who is confident in findings they know will be unwelcome. One final question was put to the professional afterward, the question the entire operation had been designed to answer. What does this person actually want? The pause before the answer was longer than expected. To be exactly who they are, without requiring anyone's permission. The billionaire did not accept the report as final. People who have built empires on the belief that every problem has a solution do not receive the words "there is no solution" and simply move on. They look for the angle that the previous approach missed. They look for the workaround. So another conversation happened. Not with the psychologist this time, with strategists. People whose specific expertise was finding the indirect path when the direct one was blocked. The question put to them was precise. If conventional influence cannot reach this person, what unconventional approach might? Several ideas were floated. Each one got examined. Each one arrived at the same wall. The first idea was about environment, restructuring the circumstances around you in ways that would gradually reintroduce the conditions that make conventional influence effective, slowly increasing the social cost of your independence, positioning the people around you so that the path of least resistance pointed back toward compliance. The problem with this approach was that it required you not to notice it happening, and the psychological profile the entire investigation had just produced made clear that noticing was precisely what you did. The profile showed someone who tracked changes in social architecture with the same precision that other people track changes in weather. The environmental approach would be observed before it was felt. Once observed, it would become data. Once it became data, it would accelerate the very immunity it was designed to dissolve. The second idea was about reframing, finding a way to make your own values and internal standards the vehicle for the compliance they needed. If you were motivated by internal integrity rather than external approval, perhaps the path was to make a particular behavior feel like the integrity-consistent choice. Perhaps the manipulation could be hidden inside the language you already trusted. The problem with this approach was that it required a gap between what you believed about yourself and what was actually true, a space where a planted idea could take root and grow before you examined it closely. The profile showed no such gap. Your self-knowledge was too current and too accurate. The planted idea would encounter your own clear observation of yourself and be recognized for what it was before it had any time to establish itself. Both approaches died in the room where they were proposed. The conclusion that followed was quiet but final. There was no workaround, not because the right approach hadn't been found yet, but because the nature of what you had built made every approach structurally ineffective by the same mechanism. Your awareness was too complete. Your internal compass was too precise. Your relationship with your own knowing was too solid to be shifted by anything that required you not to see it clearly. The billionaire had run out of moves, not temporarily. The game was simply over. The operation failed, not because of insufficient resources or intelligence. It failed because every move it made accelerated the exact outcome it was designed to prevent. The pressure that was supposed to soften your resolve compressed it instead. The tactics designed to manufacture self-doubt produced clarity. The whisper campaign intended to isolate you ended up pruning your circle down to the relationships that were actually real. And in doing so, it quietly removed everything that had been quietly draining you. The billionaire's own effort built the very thing the billionaire feared most. The professional's report on that desk is the official, documented, extensively evidenced confirmation that you already won. The win is not over any external adversary. It is over the part of you that could have been convinced to shrink. It is over the version of yourself that came close to being traded away for belonging, that came with conditions attached. It is over the programming that almost convinced you that your worth required someone else's agreement to be real. The report confirmed what you always sensed was true but never quite had language for. You were never broken. The seasons that looked like failure from the outside were the seasons the real building was happening on the inside. The closed doors were not rejections, they were redirections away from rooms that would have required you to be smaller to stay in them. The people who tried hardest to reduce you were the ones most destabilized by what you represented, and everything they aimed at you, you metabolized, every single thing. At some point during all of it, you made a quiet internal decision that shifted everything. You decided to stop outsourcing your sense of reality to people who had a stake in distorting it. You decided that your own read on what was happening, even when no one around you agreed, even when the social pressure to adopt a different read was significant, was worth defending. Not aggressively, not dramatically, simply by continuing to return to it, day after day, until it became the most natural thing in the world. That decision sounds small. It was not small. It is the specific decision that separates people who get progressively shaped by every environment they move through from people who eventually become genuinely themselves. Most people never make it consciously. The environment reshapes them a little here and a little there until the person looking back at them from the mirror is assembled mostly from other people's expectations rather than their own. You chose differently, and the report on that desk is the documentation of what that choice produces over time. The systems that keep people reliably predictable are not held together by force. They are held together by participation, by people continuing to want the approved things, measure themselves by the approved metrics, and trade their authenticity for access to a table that keeps moving further away. The system is extraordinarily durable because it is built on genuine human needs, the need to belong, to be valued, and to feel like forward hijacks them. But the system has one structural vulnerability, and that vulnerability is living proof that the whole thing is optional. You are that proof. Not because you set out to be, and not because you are making a statement or running a campaign. You are the proof simply because you opted out and kept going. You are still here, still building, still fully and recognizably yourself, and your existence poses a question that does not go away for anyone who encounters it. If you can do that, can I? That question, multiplied across enough people who witness you, is how the machinery loses its grip. Not through rebellion, which still feeds the machine, but through irrelevance, through people discovering one by one that there is a life available that does not require handing themselves over to a system that was never designed to give anything meaningful back.
I'm trying to tell you.
The terror is not about you specifically. The terror is about the precedent. The terror is the question your life poses to every room you walk into, and the fact that no one inside those systems has an answer for it. The billionaire built an entire empire on a particular theory of human motivation. The theory operates like this: Every person is moved by two primary forces: the desire to gain something they don't yet have, and the fear of losing something they already do. If you understand which force is dominant in a given person at a given moment, you can predict their behavior with precision. You can structure environments and incentives so that the outcomes you want feel to the person inside the structure like choices they are making freely. This is not a fringe idea. It is applied psychology operating at massive scale, present in product design, in management structures, in how social environments are built, in how messages are framed. It works almost universally because the theory underneath it is, for most people in most circumstances, accurate. The psychologist report documented that the theory had broken down in you, not because the theory is wrong about human behavior in general, but because you had exited the specific condition the theory requires in order to function. You are no longer primarily driven by the desire to gain approval from the system or the fear of losing standing within it. Through the path your life has taken you through, the cost you paid, and the clarity that cost produced, you have found a source of motivation that is entirely internal. It comes from knowing who you are and what you are building and why. It does not require external validation to stay lit. It does not fluctuate based on who approves of you this season or what the surrounding social temperature says about the direction you are moving. A person whose motivation is self-generating is genuinely unreadable to systems built on external leverage. Their models cannot anticipate your next move because those models are built on inputs you have stopped providing. Their frameworks cannot locate you because you are not standing in the territory those frameworks were designed to map. You have become, in the most practical and operational sense, free. The mechanism of control has no grip on you. The lever has no purchase. The game has no player at your position. That is what the report says. That is why the room went quiet. We started with a tower, a check written by someone who needed to believe that a large enough investment could produce answers that would solve the problem you had become. A professional was sent to crack the code. The code was you. And what the professional found, what is sitting in that report right now, what keeps getting reread and never yields a different answer, is that you cannot be cracked. Not because you are closed and defended and without softness, but because the parts of you that once functioned as entry points have been transformed. The approval hunger, the fear of rejection, the desperate need to be understood by people who had already decided what you meant, all of it has been metabolized and rebuilt into something that no longer functions as a vulnerability. The expert was hired to find what was wrong with you. The expert found someone who had done the rarest, most unglamorous, most invisible work available to a human being, looking directly at the programming most people run on without questioning, asking whether it was actually serving them, finding that it wasn't, and rebuilding from scratch. Not with a method or a protocol or an optimized system, but through the specific and unrepeatable fire of an actual life. Every closed door turned out to be protection. Every betrayal turned out to be education. Every season of silence and invisible effort and zero external recognition turned out to be exactly the conditions required to produce a self-knowledge that cannot be bought, manufactured, or reverse engineered by even the most well-funded operation. The expert wanted a diagnosis. What arrived on that desk was a mirror, and the mirror reflected this: the person they tried to break had already won, not by beating the game, but by becoming genuinely indifferent to it. By finding something worth more than a seat at a table that was never going to be offered on terms worth accepting. The billionaire is in the tower. The report is on the desk. There is no next move available. You are here, forged in full possession of yourself, with your clarity intact, your purpose uncompromised, and your freedom no longer up for negotiation. You were never broken. You were never behind. You were never the problem. You were always the answer to a question they didn't know they were asking until the day you stopped being afraid of it. There is nothing left to prove. There is only the life fully yours, finally yours. Go live it.
Finally. Oh, that was pressure. Oh, this is wonderful. Well, this is wonderful, Divine. How y'all vibing? How y'all vibing, beautiful souls? Y'all good? Y'all doing great? Great energy. It's amazing. Master Transmuter, Master Manifester. Well, we tapped into some powers this world ain't never seen before. Oh, we so connected. Well, we tapped into some powers that this world has never seen before. Now they like, oh shit. Hey, gratitude for that. Gratitude, love. That fits me well. Boy, being that pharaoh. Immune. Shake. Yeah, we back. We back to self, huh? Back to self and see how everything unfolding for us, family. It's aligning so perfect. Well, they be trying, don't they? Hey, I know you got that one, Goddess Di. I know you got that one. She like, screenshot, screenshot. For real, Divine. Boy, that was some powerful messages, y'all. Boy, that was so powerful. Golly. Mm, that was beautiful. That was wonderful, family. Protect your energy, Divine. Always protect your energy, no matter what. Y'all know how we do it. Let me give you some of this love. Let me give you some of this love, beautiful soul. Come here. It's 1:11. Let's go. What we doing, y'all? Expanding. Expanding. Let's go. Expanding. Taking up the space that was meant for me. And you can't stop it. Branding. And they can't stop this. Living in space, loving energy. Eyes open, let's go. What we doing? Expanding. I'm expanding. Expanding. That's what we doing, chosen one. Taking up the space that was meant for us. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Expanding. Taking up the space that was meant for me. Upgrading. Giving me the space, love, and energy. Let's go.
I'm feeling vulnerable. Can I spit right now?
Can I spit right now?
Share my heart with you?
Can I just vent right now?
Take my time as I rhyme in the realm of what's true.
Hey!
Life will surprise you or make you anew.
Come
you
on.
gotta keep up with your practice in alignment with discipline.
Hey!
Source is always active. It's important you listening.
Hey!
Another solar
return.
I'm just easing into it. Had a lot of disappointments,
Hey!
but it made me more intuitive.
Yeah, it did.
Leo essence flowing fluid. The only way through it
Is through it.
Walking in the prophetic anointing.
Alignment, baby.
Stay connected to my elders because I need them.
I need them.
A prophet, a priestess, posing poetic thesis. My peace is ceremony as I reach these achievements.
Come on.
On the brink of expansion, abundance, balance, and health. At the ancestors' bank of generational wealth, I'm cashing out.
What we doing, Chosen? What we doing? Taking up the space that was meant for us. Giving me the space, love, and energy.
Okay. In my feelings again,
Yeah.
Jimmy now in the speakers.
on.
Confessions of a rap priestess, medicine teacher. Protection and direction, pump direct from the ethers.
From the ethers.
Any given day, I'm a wave. What's the moon
Let's
phase?
go. What's the moon phase?
I've been choosing my battles.
I've been choosing my battles.
Patience and compassion. Challenge with shadows.
Let's go.
Woo. You know, with the light comes dark.
Comes dark. Surrender.
Without suppressing those thoughts.
Yeah.
Take a walk, remember. Lay a foundation within.
Wait.
Rest and reset.
And do it again.
At it again.
Come on.
Stepping in my new year.
In my new year. New year.
Feeling good, the vision is clear.
The vision is clear.
Gratitude.
Come on.
Elevation, expansion. I'm expanding. I'm on a mission.
I'm on a mission.
Life is grand.
Expanding.
I'm hydrated. I'm inspired. I'm elevated. I'm surrounded by those that inspire me.
I'm inspired by those who inspire me. Come on.
Wow.
Surrounded by the chosen ones.
Expansion.
I'm expanding. Yeah. Woo. Taking up the space that was meant for me. Feel that, chosen. That's what we doing. That's what we doing. Taking up the space that was meant for us. Feel that energy, family. We are energy, we are everything, and everything is us. I am that I am, that I am. Rise, chosen one. We expanding. Taking up the space that was meant for you. Hey, you taking up that space out here. Yeah. Running. Hold up. Giving me the space, love, and energy. Ooh. Aye, y'all playing.
Rock with this beat. Wanna live for you.
Come on, Trey. Dance with me. Come on, see him, man. Standing.
Taking up the space that was meant for me.
Hey.
Life's
Hey, yeah. Giving me the space, love, and energy.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hey. Expanding. Hey. Taking up the space that was meant for me. Let's go, Joe. Hey, giving me the space, love, and energy.
I'm feeling vulnerable. Can I spit right now? Can I share my heart with you? Can I just vent right now? Take my time as I rhyme in the realm of what's true. Life will surprise you, make you anew. You gotta keep up with your practice in alignment with discipline. Sources always active, it's important you listening. I never solo return. I'm just easing into it. Had a lot of disappointments, but it made me more intuitive. New moon, Leo essence flowing fluid. The only way through it is through it. walking
Only
in
way
the
through it
anointed
is through it.
freedom.
Let's go.
Stay connected to my elders because I need them.
Hey.
A prophet, a priestess, posing poetic thesis. My peace is ceremony as I reach these achievements. On the brink of expansion, abundance, balance, and health. At the ancestors' bank of generational wealth. I'm cashing out.
We cashing out, baby. We cashing out, Chosen. Taking up the space that was meant for me. Taking up our space. We demand it. We gotta go through it to get to it, baby. And you did that. We won, baby. We won. Energy. We made it, baby. We won. Let's go. Nothing but the winner circle. Let's go.
Now in the speakers. Confessions of a rap priestess, medicine teacher. Protection and direction, pump direct from the ethers. On any given day, I'm on the wave. What's the moon phase? I've been choosing my battles. Patience and compassion when I'm challenged with shadows.
Who I get my energy to. Hold up.
The light comes dark, surrender. Without suppressing those thoughts, slow down. Take a walk, remember. Lay a foundation within. Rest, reset.
And do it again.
Get at it again.
Come on.
Stepping in my new year.
Yeah.
I'm feeling good. The vision is clear. Gratitude.
You're expanding. Gratitude.
Elevation, expansion. I'm
expanding.
I'm on a mission.
What we doing, Chosen?
Life is grand.
Expanding. Expansion, baby. Taking up the what? Taking up space that was meant for us, Chosen. Expand unapologetically. Step in your power, divine. Step in your power, divine. Let's go. Woo. 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 I felt that in my soul. Golly. Y'all felt that? Oh. That was powerful. Dang, royal family. Yes, we are. Keep taking up the space that was meant for you, beautiful soul. Don't ever dim your light for no one. Be you, authentically you. We need that on this planet. Come on, come and shine with. Come on and shine together, baby. We won wholeness. Come on, shine with us, beautiful soul. You got it. Yeah, royalty. Come on, royalty. Come on, royalty. Man, I'm proud of you. Proud of you, Divine. Nobody told you today I'm proud of you. Nobody told you today I love you. I'm a genuine place, baby. Cosmic family, we're connected. Oneness, wholeness. It's nothing to go to turn this. Proud of us, man. It's beautiful. Finally coming back to self, huh? Being the leaders of New Earth. Taking up the space that was meant for me. Come on. Take up your space, baby. You got a whole big space for you to do whatever you desire. We're expanding. We expanding as one together. It's amazing to finally be happy. Not pretending. Not being around people that don't really truly love you. Period. New beginnings, Chosen. But one thing we didn't do, we didn't stop loving. You never stop loving. You don't have no hatred in your blood for no one. It's always just loving. It's our purpose. That's right. Love y'all, family. Gratitude for y'all coming through. That was amazing. Want to hit this bell 3 times. Let's get us a breather in before we get up out of here. Just follow me if you ain't following me. This is what we do over here. We do healing. A lot of watchers they ran up out of here. So me tripping on that. They came and seen what we was doing. They like, damn, they getting powerful and powerful, family. So just let them watch. It's cool. You're gonna have watchers, but it's cool. Just stay in your energy, doing you, divine, loving yourself and your alignment, family. That's what we do. That's what we're here to do. You feel me? That's what we're here to do. That's justice energy. Let's breathe. Breathe. It's about love. We love everything and everyone. Breathing in abundance, releasing out what don't serve us no more. Breathe. Appreciate every last one of y'all, family. Breathe. Abundance. Releasing out lack. I'm expanding. Yeah. Taking up the space that was meant for me. Let me leave you with that. That's going to be on your head all day. Y'all going to be singing it in the shower and everything. Expanding. Yeah, I'm expanding, y'all. Yeah, that's love, family. That's love y'all. I'm hearing your energy back. Hey, yo, singing it down. Hey, for real. Hey, I hear y'all energy back. Gratitude for allowing me into your energy, divine. It was greatly appreciate love. I want to send you positive energy your way. To have a great circulation, a great rotation, into the new circulation. So, hey, appreciate love, y'all, family. Remember, getting the promotion, climbing new levels. So, keep going, divine. Hey, unexpected money is coming to you. Remember that. Big wealth, unexpected. So, just know that it's coming. It shall unfold itself. Peace and abundance, y'all. Y'all follow me over here. This is what we do over here, RaHorakhty999. We get it in. If y'all ain't tapped in with my music, tap in with my music as well. I'm on all platforms. RaHorakhty, the same name here on TikTok. Y'all tap in with it, family. Y'all tap in with it. It's gonna be wonderful. Hey, y'all double tap that screen though. I'm almost at 200K. Let me chill for a minute. Get that 200K. Damn, I'm at 190. Let's go. Let me double tap with y'all. I don't know why I'm just smiling. I love smiling, y'all. Hey, I love the family. Boy, we up here tapping like a mug. Everybody tapping like a mug, boy. What up, there? I see you. Peace. Tapping like a mug. Boy, I see what y'all be going through now that I'm tapping with y'all. Boy, I see. Man. Tap away. Tap away. Oh, here we go. Man. Boy, y'all be tapping, boy. Check your finger once you're done, y'all. Check your finger. Man. All right, appreciate love, y'all, family. Boy, y'all got me up there quick, boy. Give me a hug. I love y'all. Give me a hug. Don't be running. Hey, somebody catch them. They're trying to run out the door while I'm giving hugs. So catch them. Gratitude, y'all. We got that 200K. I love y'all. Love you so much. You go a hug through the screen. I know you can feel it. I love you. Peace and abundance, y'all. I tap in with y'all later. We'll come.